Hello, pre-algebra friends. Welcome to another exciting episode of Mr. Chow Time. Today, we're going to be talking about ordered pairs and relations, lesson 6, page 31, if you'd like to follow along in the book. This lesson is going to have a lot of vocabulary words, so let's just jump right into it. First is nope, can't do that. First is the coordinate system or the coordinate plane. And the coordinate plane is simply just an intersection of the x-axis and the y-axis for us to be able to plot points on it. So if we do plot a point, a coordinate on the coordinate plane, then we have an ordered pair. So this ordered pair is 3, 3, because it's 3 on the x-axis and 3 on the y-axis. Let's do another one. This is -1 on the x-axis and -2 on the y-axis. So these are ordered pairs, and ordered pairs are locations on the coordinate plane. An x-coordinate is a coordinate along the x-axis. A y-coordinate is a coordinate along the y-axis. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. The x-axis is the horizontal axis, whereas the, sorry about that, the y-axis is the vertical axis here. And so, here we have it. The origin, let me get my pencil back out. The origin is right here. 0, 0 is the origin. That's the middle of the coordinate plane at the 0 x coordinate, 0 y coordinate on the coordinate plane. And when you put points on to the coordinate plane, you can graph on the coordinate plane. All right? Okay. I keep doing that. Let's look at some examples. -3, 2. The -3 is the x-coordinate. The 2 is the y-coordinate. So -3 would be right here. And 2 would be right here. So this right here is -3, 2. 4 would be right here, and -4 would be right here. So this is the point 4, -4. And this one is -3, 2. And that is how you graph coordinates on the coordinate plane. Okay, so let's look at some more vocabulary words. A set of ordered pairs. So let's say we had a table of x, y coordinates. Let's go back to our trusty taxi example. Our taxi is going to be y is the total cost, and x is the number of kilometers driven. So you might remember that it costs $85 to get into a taxi, and then another $15 per kilometer, right? And that gives you a total cost. So at 1 kilometer, it is 100 NT, right? And at 2 kilometers, it is 115. And at 3 kilometers, it's at 130, and so on and so forth, right? So each one of these we can put onto the coordinate plane. The x-coordinate would be 1. The y-coordinate would be 100. And then 2, 115. 3, 130. So we have 3 ordered pairs. These 3 ordered pairs have a relation. This is the set of ordered pairs. It could be in a table, it could be on a graph, however you want. The domain of a relation is the set of x-coordinates. So when we look at just the x-coordinates, 1, 2, 3, that's the list of ranges. Or I'm sorry, domains. The list of ranges then is the set of y-coordinates. So if we were to look at this relation, our domain is 1, 2, and 3. Our range is 100, 115, and 130. So let's look at an example here. The average 7th grader walks 1.5 kilometers per hour to class. Well, one thing we can do is make a table. Or I guess first we can write the equation if we would like. Or we can just, let's just make the table. This is a pretty easy one, so we can just make the table. So after 1 hour, they have walked 1.5 kilometers. After 2 hours, they've walked 3 kilometers. After 3 hours, they've walked 4.5 kilometers. And let's just do one more. After 4 hours, they've walked 6 kilometers. So now we can graph this on the coordinate plane. At 1, it's 1.5. At 2, it's 3. At 3, it's 4.5. And at 4, it's 6. Now let's see if I can draw a straight line. Ooh, yeah, so good. And it just keeps going on and on. I'm not going to keep drawing it though. And so that is how you can determine the range. And nope. I can do this. The domain, the range, a table, and a graph. And that is everything you'll need to know for this. Okay, let's do a got it problem. This is the got it problem on the bottom of page 33. Okay, 1 square mile is equal to, sorry, I lost my place. 1 square mile is equal to 640 acres. So I don't want to do that. 1 square mile is equal to 640 acres. Make a table of ordered pairs in which the x-coordinate represents the number of square miles and the y-coordinate represents the number of acres in 1, 2, and 3 square miles. So they want us to make a table of 1, 2, and 3 square miles. So 1 square mile is 640, 2 square miles is 1280, 3 square miles is 1920. Graph the ordered pairs, then describe the graph. Okay, so in a graph, we don't have to just use 1 for every tick mark, right? We can change the tick marks to whatever we want. So for example, the x's can be 1, 2, and 3. And then the y's can be a different number. But actually, we don't even need to draw so much of the negative numbers, right? Because we don't use the negative numbers. So we can say, so here will be 1,000. So right here will be 500. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's 100. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So 1 and 640 will go right about there. 2 and 12. Oh, sorry. I actually need much more than this. All right. Let's make this 2,000. So this will be 1,000. So this will be 500. 1,500. And let's just leave it like that. I don't need to draw every single tick mark. I would just draw it like this. Okay, so 1 is 640. Maybe I do want to draw the tick marks. 2 is 1280. 3 is 1920. And so here we have a straight line. This should be a straight line. Then I'm going to describe the graph. Well, the x coordinates represent the number of square miles. The y coordinates represent the number of acres. And so that's the x-axis, and the y-axis would be square miles, number of acres, in 1, 2, and 3 square miles. That's what this graph represents. And that's it. Thank you. Have a good day.